So Pico was started in 1937 by Brad and Janet Mead, and they started over on Little Pico with some rope tows and eventually put up a T-bar, the first T-bar in North America. And they met my father, Karl Acker, in Switzerland, in Davos, Switzerland, and brought him over here to start a ski school for their fledgling ski resort. So he came over here in the 30s, became a U.S. citizen and married a local girl from Rutland, and then was in the 10th Mountain Division during World War II. And after that, Brad Mead died in an unfortunate accident. He and my mom bought the mountain from Janet Mead. Well, my parents struggled with the mountain tremendously because snowmaking hadn't been invented yet. So you had to rely on whatever Mother Nature gave you, which, as we know, varies from year to year and month to month. And I remember my mom telling me back when early days when they owned it, it was a very poor snow year, and they were open a total of 22 days that year, which is pretty tough to run a ski area when you're only can be open 22 days running a T-bar, which requires snow to get up the lift. The mountain developed along the way with Little Pico being the first T-bar in North America. There was also a couple of rope tows there, and eventually one was replaced with a J-bar. And then after my father passed away in 1958, my mom continued to develop it, and she had the lift line that's behind us now cut to the top and put in the first stage of the chairlift. It was a 2-stage chairlift. And then she sold the mountain, and the Belden family, along with their supporters, put in the rest of the chairlift to the summit and built a new base lodge and continued to expand the mountain to close to where it is today. My dad was very young when he came here, and Andrea Mead was the daughter of the owners, and there was also a brother, Peter Mead. And so my father was teaching Andrea how to ski and how to race, and he was the driving force behind her success in making the Olympic team in 1948, and then the 2 gold medals in 1952. We had a lot of races here at Pico, and every mountain had a race for what was called the Mid-Vermont Council at that time, which was anybody from 7 up to probably 13 or 14. A lot of tremendous skiers came out of the Pico program back in the day after Andrea Mead Lawrence. For instance, Rick and Susie Chaffee, who were Olympians, Harry Rebel Ryan, an Olympian, a national champion, and a number of other people that rose to national prominence. Mike Gallagher, the famous cross-country skier, started skiing here as an alpine skier and then switched over. But my dad, when we ran the Mid-Vermont Council races, and they were called the KA race, he made pins out of silver, handmade, and it was a KA symbol, which I have the fortunate, I won 3 of them during my years as a Mid-Vermont skier. And one of them, the winner got a gold one, and then the next 9 got silver ones. And if you won one of those, that was a pretty big deal. And then after he passed away, someone else made the pins, and the race became a memorial race to my dad, and the Pico Ski Club still honors that and runs the Karl Acker Memorial as a upper age group level race every year. So that also helps keep everything alive for my family here, and so I'm very proud of that. I always officiate at the race and get very involved in it. So I appreciate the mountain and the ski club still hosting that. Very pleased to have a name of a trail dedicated to my father, Karl Acker. So we have Upper KA and Mid KA and Lower KA. A lot of people don't really know what that stands for, but if I'm up here and they're confused, I straighten them right out.